Mo says the Knicks are going to beast mode on the rebound. That's absolutely true. That's part of a huge part of our cap in the series preview. Pacers have real no answer here on the glass, so I am not going to be surprised if that happens. It's another reason why I'm going to like Josh Hart a lot, which leads us to Brian Fonseca. Talk to me about the Josh Hart's over 8.5 rebounds, my man.
He'll probably get 10, for being honest. He's done it but a few times against the Pacers, maybe even more than a few. But Josh Hart, like, the pathway for the Knicks to being successful is getting those second chance opportunities, or at least one of the pathways is getting those second chance opportunities. Cat is going to be a big focus and a big fixture for that. The reason why I'm not necessarily gung-ho about backing him is just because Cat does stupid shit. And this is why I don't think he should be minus 900 or whatever it is to be the rebounds leader. While I think he should lead the series in rebounds, he does dumb shit. He has dumb fouls. He takes himself out of the game sometimes. He'll still pop in, and even if he is limited due to foul trouble of playing like 26, 28 minutes, he can still get 10, 12 rebounds. But Josh Hart, I would anticipate, is going to be out there. Josh Hart also, like, Matt, you talked about this. If he's guarding or if he's matched up at all with Tyrese Halliburton, he's going to have a pathway to having some 12, 13, 14 rebound games. Maurice says it in the chat, Josh Hart rebounds leader. I sprinkled on that because, again, Karl-Anthony Towns, like, we got a comment earlier. It might have been from Free Sauce or somebody else. Yeah, he says they have no answer for Cat. And what I would tell you is that should be true, but Cat is Cat's own worst enemy. And there are times where, like, the playoff experience has been uneasy. It's been very uneasy. And while he has shredded this team in the past, the last time they played each other in the regular season, or one of the times they played each other in the regular season, he had 40 points in Indiana. Miles Turner did not start. I don't know what this Cat Miles Turner matchup is going to look like. It's the one that I'm probably most invested in out of any matchup in this series. And I think they can kill each other, to be honest with you, for different reasons. So I like Josh Hart rebounds over 8.5. It's going to be 9.5 in a lot of places. I would take that too. I don't see how Indiana keeps even him off the glass. And I know Josh Hart is going to be running in there with full force, like a running back. Hopefully he doesn't hurt himself, trying to get as many rebounds as possible.
So the other thing with the offensive rebounds are obviously a high opportunity for scoring because you can get the putback. How many times does Hart do that? He swoops in, gets a quick little putback. Here's the other thing. The Pacers of the last four remaining teams have given up the most points off of cuts in these playoffs. They are the worst team against cuts in these playoffs because they press so much to the perimeter. Guess who's the best player on the Knicks at generating points off of cuts? It's Josh Hart. Yep. So if you look at the rebounds and the way that the Pacers are likely to leave him open and dare him to shoot, I like his points too here. I'm going to be on him 15 plus points, and we'll get to the ballsy parlay in a little bit, but there's I think a good angle to put those two together. So my question here, Brian, is are you to a point where you're like 33.5 is the FanDuel number? There's a 32.5 in the market for Cat points rebounds over. Are you at a point of being like, I am so averse to being tied into Cat doing stupid shit that I don't want him included? Like, are you averse to his points rebounds over line?
Well, from a just purely basketball standpoint, he should get that, because I think Cat should have games in this series where he has 13, 14, 15 rebounds, multiple games.
Right.
But, I would like to see how this goes. And, I do wonder, like, Rick Carlisle's not stupid. I would say Rick Carlisle's maybe the best coach left. And you could argue he's the best coach in the NBA at this point. As much as I like Eric Spoelstra hasn't been that guy for 2 years. With him, like, what, and this is a question I would have for you, Matt. What do you think Rick Carlisle can come up with to stop the bleeding or limit the bleeding in terms of rebounding? Because the Knicks are poised to have just such a big advantage there. Is there anything Miles Turner or anybody else could do, or Siakam?
I mean,
for that matter, I guess
it's like maybe you go to a double big with Miles Turner and Thomas Bryant, but if you're going to give Brunson those two guys to pick on and pick and roll, like, you're going to get no, there's no counter because they're going to play starters too much. You can't play Bryant and Turner together because they'll get annihilated by putting Bryant in pick and roll. So there's no real counter. Like, the only answer is like Pascal Siakam's just going to man up and go nuts on the boards. That's like their only, maybe Mathurin, because Matherin's so athletic that maybe he can counter that. But this is just something I think they got to live with. A big push and pull in this series. So in Wolves, Thunder, it's going to be turnovers versus Wolves threes. In this series, it's going to be Knicks offensive rebounds versus Pacers threes. That's going to be that push and pull dynamic that they're going to have to go back and forth on.